But when it comes to death threats, like, I'm talking about people who have come down to my address, following me home. Multiple occasions people have made.
What a year. I never could have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3. But maybe God's saying give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, LOL.
Caitlin Clark became the first ever rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double twice in the same season.
Breaking news. Angel Reese is out for the year with a season-ending injury, she announced on her social media. But when you have a great skill set, it normally will translate. And her skill set is the ability to go get the basketball.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room, Angel Reese and the steroid controversy. In this video, we'll cover everything from her rise to fame to the shocking downfall that followed. You'll see how she went from being the Chicago Sky's brightest hope to their biggest disappointment. Before we dive in, I've got one small favor to ask. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit the like button and subscribe. More than 98% of viewers watch without subscribing, and while it costs you nothing, it helps us out tremendously. So, did you hit that button? Awesome, thank you. Now, let's get back to it. We're also going to look at some numbers that might surprise you. Did you know Reese was averaging only 11.5 points per game, even while allegedly using steroids? Yeah, it's that bad. By the end of this video, you'll see why her career could be in serious trouble before it's even fully started. Remember when Angel Reese was seen as the next superstar in women's basketball? Back in college, she was unstoppable. At LSU, she was putting up 23 points and 15.4 rebounds per game in her final season. Those are elite stats. But her move to the pros didn't go as planned. When Reese joined the Chicago Sky, fans were ecstatic. They thought they were getting a guaranteed legend in the making. Instead, they got a rookie who looked completely out of sync on the court. Let's break down her early struggles. Her shooting fell apart. In college, she was knocking down 54% of her shots, but in the WNBA, that number dropped to just 38%, like she forgot how to shoot overnight. And it wasn't just scoring. Her rebounding also took a massive dip. She went from averaging 15 rebounds a game in college to barely managing 7 in the pros.
But when it comes to death threats, like, I'm talking about people who have come down to my address, following me home. Multiple occasions people have made. Caitlin Clark became the first ever rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double twice in the same season.
I'm finally able to give myself a physical and mental break. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers.
The difference between Angel Reese's college dominance and her WNBA performance couldn't be more drastic. In college, she was a walking double-double, controlling both ends of the court with ease. But once she hit the pros, those numbers plummeted, averaging just 11.5 points and 7.2 rebounds per game. That's a major decline. So what could have pushed this once promising star to take such desperate measures? The pressure was immense. Reese wasn't just expected to play well, she was expected to be a superstar from the very start. The Chicago Sky invested heavily in her as their first-round draft pick, and fans were already calling her the next big legend before she'd even stepped on a WNBA court. Then came the Caitlin Clark effect. Reese's longtime college rival was on fire in her rookie season, breaking records, dominating headlines, and capturing fan attention everywhere. Meanwhile, Reese was struggling. The comparisons were brutal and constant. Every time Clark had a breakout game, the expectations weighing on Reese grew heavier. She was supposed to be the franchise's cornerstone, the player to lead Chicago back to championship glory. But instead of meeting the hype, she was falling short in almost every category. And the media? They didn't let up for a second. Every missed shot, every poor performance, every lost rebound became front-page material. But while the spotlight was on her on-court struggles, something much darker was unfolding behind the scenes. Imagine this, it's just another ordinary day at Chicago Sky practice. The team's running drills, working plays, and then, suddenly, everything changes. The coach calls everyone together. You can feel the tension in the air. Then the bombshell drops. Angel Reese has tested positive for steroids. The room explodes. Teammates are shouting, some are crying, others just stand frozen in disbelief. No one can process it. Angel Reese, the same player they'd trained, traveled, and laughed with, had been cheating all along. It felt like discovering a close friend's deepest betrayal. And here's the shocking part. Reese wasn't caught with just any performance enhancers. She was allegedly using EPO and anabolic steroids. EPO increases red blood cell production, giving athletes incredible stamina. Anabolic steroids, on the other hand, rapidly build muscle and boost strength. Together, they are a powerful and illegal combination that can dramatically elevate athletic performance.
Breaking news. Angel Reese is out for the year with a season-ending injury, she announced on her social media. But when you have a great skill set, it normally will translate. And her skill set is the ability to go get the basketball.
And there's a bunch of punk, no good, you know what's out there on the male and female side.
The Chicago Sky wasted no time responding. Angel Reese was suspended on the spot. No questions, no hesitation. Their official statement emphasized integrity and accountability, clearly signaling they wanted to distance themselves from the growing scandal as fast as possible. Not long after, the WNBA stepped in, announcing a full investigation and promising tighter drug testing protocols across the league. You'd think that would be the end of the story, right? Not even close. Things only got messier from there. Rumors began swirling that coach Teresa Weatherspoon might have known about the steroid use. Some even claimed she encouraged it. Imagine that, a coach allegedly pushing a player to cheat just to stack up some wins. The accusations hit the organization like a thunderbolt. Suddenly, everyone on the team was looking around, wondering who knew what, and when. The trust that held the locker room together completely collapsed. Meanwhile, Reese's fall from grace was brutal. Overnight, she went from being the future of the franchise to its biggest liability. And just when it seemed like she'd hit rock bottom, things somehow got even worse. The Chicago Sky didn't just cut ties, they came after her hard. The WNBA's suspension came down almost instantly, but that was just the start. Reese's already underwhelming stats plummeted even further. Before the scandal, she was averaging 11.5 points and 7.2 rebounds per game. Afterward, those numbers sank into single digits across the board. Then came the knockout blow. The Sky officially terminated her contract. No hesitation, no sympathy. They moved faster than a ref calling a technical foul. And we're not talking about pocket change either. Reese's base salary was $73,345. One moment, she was the face of the franchise. The next, she was facing lawsuits from the very team that drafted her. And this wasn't just about money. The Sky's legal action was about sending a message: cheat, and you'll pay the price, literally. If the team wins this case, Reese could be on the hook for millions in damages, lost sponsorships, and legal fees. But the chaos didn't stop there. Remember that infamous game against the New York Liberty, when Reese got ejected for arguing with the refs? That incident is coming back to haunt her too. It's yet another chapter in what's quickly becoming one of the most dramatic downfalls in recent WNBA history.
What a year. I never could have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3. But maybe God's saying give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, LOL.
On the debut episode, co-host Maya Reese, who is Angel's cousin, quick hitter number 3, goes to Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese, who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel.
The WNBA is now revisiting that infamous game against the New York Liberty, taking a fresh look at Reese's ejection and questioning whether steroids may have influenced her behavior on the court. So, how did Angel Reese respond to all this? That's the million-dollar question. With her career in ruins, her reputation shattered, and a massive lawsuit looming over her, Reese is standing at a crossroads. Will she fight to clear her name? Or is this the tragic end of what once looked like one of the WNBA's brightest futures? But Reese's downfall didn't just affect her. It sent shockwaves through the entire league. From locker room turmoil to declining fan interest, the ripple effects of her scandal spread far beyond a single player. And here's the twist. Could this controversy actually spark positive change in the long run? Let's take a closer look at how it's impacted the Chicago Sky. Imagine being in that locker room right now. One day, you're sharing the court with a rising star. And the next, you're questioning whether anything was ever real. The atmosphere? Pure chaos. Players are pointing fingers, trust has completely evaporated, and team morale is at rock bottom. The Chicago Sky's performance plummeted almost as quickly as Angel Reese's career. They went from playoff hopefuls to barely staying competitive. But the fallout didn't stop there. This scandal sent shockwaves throughout the entire WNBA. Across the league, players were furious. Some demanded lifetime bans for anyone caught using steroids, while others worried about guilt by association. Even Caitlin Clark, Reese's former college rival, weighed in. She said this scandal doesn't just hurt one player, it damages the reputation of every woman in the league and sets the sport back years. And the impact didn't end with the players. Fans started tuning out in droves. WNBA ratings took a double-digit nosedive, and sponsors began to panic. Some even threatened to pull their support unless the league took serious action. It was like the Reese scandal had opened a Pandora's box that no one was prepared for. So what does this mean for the future of the WNBA? The league isn't taking it lightly. They've announced a complete overhaul of their drug testing system. More frequent tests, stricter penalties, and year-round random screenings. Their message is simple: if you cheat, you're out. But it's not just about punishment. The WNBA is also taking steps to educate players. They are bringing in experts to speak about the dangers and consequences of performance-enhancing drugs, and there's even talk of adding anti-doping education to rookie orientation. The goal? To rebuild trust and protect the integrity of the game. As for Angel Reese, her story has been nothing short of a roller coaster, from college superstar to WNBA disappointment to accused steroid user. She said she's willing to take on the villain role, but the question remains, can she ever truly come back from this? The world of sports is brutal. The pressure to perform is intense, but shortcuts always come with a price. Reese learned that lesson the hard way. Now, the entire WNBA is feeling the consequences. With new rules, tougher testing, and renewed scrutiny, it's a brand new era for women's basketball. Whether Angel Reese ever steps on a WNBA court again is anyone's guess, but one thing's for certain: the league will never be the same after this scandal.